Hello, sports fans. Welcome to All Sports Football, Episode 3. In this episode, I will be doing my playoff bracket and hopefully predicting the right Super Bowl champion. So, without any further ado, please like, subscribe, and let's head on into it. So, the first game I will predict is the 49ers Cowboys. I do think this will be a close game. I do think the 49ers will be winning most of the time, but I do think the Cowboys will eventually pull it out in the end. So I'm going to say the Cowboys will advance in this round. Yeah. It's really hard. I do think the 49ers will pull up most of a fight. I just think the Cowboys are the better team in this situation. Okay, on to the AFC. Chiefs Steelers. This is a no-brainer. I think this one will be like a 20-point win for the Chiefs. Steelers made the playoffs. Hey, they're made the playoffs, as Big Ben said in his interview. They're probably the worst out of the playoffs, and as much as it's hard to say, I do agree with him. I do think they get knocked off by the Chiefs in this round. Next game, Cardinals versus Rams. I do think that this will be the best game of the wild card round. Top 3, but I do think it'll be the best game. I think top 3 are 49ers, Cowboys, Cardinals, Rams, and then the next one we're going to predict Patriots, Bills. I do think the Cardinals will go out on top in this one. I just think Rams have been struggling. They've been really inconsistent. So, this is a hard game because Rams at any time with their explosive offense and amazing defense can just dominate a game. But actually, I'm going to change that. Cardinals do not have DeAndre Hopkins. I just remembered. So I'm going to pick the Rams in this one. I do think now that they don't have D-Hop, it's going to be like a 10-point win for the Rams. Okay. Next game we have is the Bengals versus Raiders. I do think this is a potential upset, and I will predict that the Raiders will surprise people and they will beat the Bengals. It's either that or they will get absolutely blown out. Jamar Chase, but that Raiders team, I'm thinking the Raiders are going to win, but now I'm just remembering those monster games Jamar Chase is having, and it's kind of hard to really decide. 4 or 5 games can go either way, but I think the more all-around well team is the Bengals, so I'll pick them to be advancing to the divisional round. Now we have Buccaneers-Eagles. This might surprise some people, but I am picking Eagles to upset the Buccaneers. I do think the Buccaneers have been inconsistent, almost lost to the Jets in that crazy game. I firmly with the Eagles on this one. I do believe they will upset. I could be wrong. I probably will be wrong, but I am predicting them to upset. I'm just predicting to Tom Brady have another game like the one against the Saints, and the Eagles offense to not score a lot of points, middle of the road, but I'm expecting it to be more of the low-scoring game. Patriots, Bills. Probably best matchup in the AFC, I think. But I do think the Bills will pull this one out on top. Patriots have been inconsistent as well. But the Bills, they've been the better team. They're really balanced. I keep saying this every episode. If Devin Singletary has a great game, they're going to be one of the hardest teams to stop in the NFL. And Mac Jones, you can't throw checkdowns forever. There's like a certain point where you can't attempt 3 passes and win a game. It kind of pushing the limit there in the playoffs. So I do think the Bills will come out on top on this one. Okay, our first divisional game of the NFL. Sorry. That I will predict. It's going to be Packers-Eagles, and this is, I think, Packers easily no-brainer. Packers are the better team than the Eagles. Very good. Their defense has been amazing this season. Not amazing, but amazing standards compared to last year. They've kind of been rocky heading into the playoffs, but they were really good there for a stretch. Maybe it can continue in the playoffs. We will see. Cowboys, Rams. I do think Rams will win this one just because they are a more complete team than the Cowboys. Cowboys have been really inconsistent. And I don't know if Zeke can't be having like those 17-yard games anymore. He needs to have some production for them to make a deep NFL run. But I will pick the Rams, and they're very good, balanced team to win this matchup. Heading over to the AFC, we'll have Bengals Titans. I was doubting the Bengals to win this Raiders game, but I feel like they do match up good with the Titans. I think I'll pick the Bengals to win this game, even though the Titans are the number 1 seed, coming off a bye. I just do think Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow, one of the best duos in the NFL, because they went to college, and even though they're young, they're still one of the best duos in the NFL. Bills Chiefs. This is probably going to be the best game. That one or the Rams-Cowboys game of the divisional round. But I do think, even though the Chiefs are the higher seed, I think the Bills will win. Chiefs have been also very inconsistent. A lot of inconsistent teams this year. So I do think they will win and burst the Bengals in the AFC Championship. And we'll stay in the NFC. We'll just predict who goes to the Super Bowl on the AFC side. Bills-Bengals, this is going to be a really good game with the balance. I just think Bills' offense is their strong point and the Bengals' defense is their weak point. And for that reason, I will be picking the Bills in this game to go to the Super Bowl. Bengals, I predicted them to go far in this. They could pull off an upset, but I do have the Bills moving forward in this. Rams-Packers, probably an amazing matchup. Not like the last time they met. It was okay. The Packers kind of dominated. Both teams were dealing with some injuries, more on the Packers side, and the Packers did win. So I'm going to have to stick with the Packers on this one if they won last time with all their injuries. And they're versing the same Rams team. That was after the trades. And their defense did a really good job, and their offensive line was really injured, and they really held up against Von Miller, Aaron Donald really well. So I will be picking the Packers to go to the Super Bowl. Now, the Super Bowl matchup we have, Packers-Bills. It's going to be a very good Super Bowl. Packers are the 1 seed, Bills are the 3 seed. Bills' defense is their weak point, same with the Packers, although the Packers' D is probably a little bit stronger than the Bills' D. Because their D-line, they have Kenny Clark, and their linebackers. I do think the Bills' secondary is about better, but when Jair comes back, that Packers secondary is going to be boosted. Like, think about this. The Packers are the number 1 seed and haven't had, 3 out of 5 of their best players, all year. They haven't had Zadarius Smith, David Bakhtiari, and Jair Alexander. Really, yeah. 3 out of the 5, because then Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers are the other 2. So, yeah, I do think the Packers will win this game because they will be getting their starters back for the Super Bowl playoffs, too. And the Bills, I think the Packers will attack the Bills' defense. I'm predicting the final score of this game to be Packers. I'm going to say Packers 31, Bills 17. So I am predicting the Packers to win the Super Bowl against the Bills. Let's do a quick recap. In the first round, I think the Cowboys are going to be the 49ers, Rams are going to be the Cardinals, and Eagles are going to heavily upset the Buccaneers on that. That's on the NFC side. And on the AFC side, I think the Chiefs are going to beat the Steelers, Bengals are going to beat the Raiders, and Bills are going to handle the Patriots. Staying on the AFC side, I do think the Bengals will upset the Titans. Bills will upset the Chiefs. Packers will, I think unsurprisingly, beat the Eagles. And Rams will upset the Cowboys because they do have the 4 seed and Cowboys have the 3. Staying in the NFC, I do think the Packers will win the NFC Championship. Get over that NFC Championship jokes, the slander, beat the Rams. And I do think Bills will beat the Bengals in the AFC Championship. And then the Super Bowl matchup, Packers 1st seed, Bills 3 seed. I do have the Packers winning. I think I said 31-17. Well, I hope you enjoyed this playoff bracket, and hopefully I'm right. That would be amazing. So clip it. Hopefully I'm right after the season is over, and I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.